Hello! And it's another day. Oh, rock and roll pick toss. Another day here at the Schaefer Shack. And ow! My finger! Dear God, my finger! Hit the guitar stand with quick. Stretcher goes over there. Was looking for that last week. I could put it in its box. I am bad about putting everything in its place. Kind of get things in the general area, but not so good at keeping things uncluttered. So, thought I'd better get all the stuff that came with the violin and things put together with violin things. And I found that all this stuff that came with the violin won't fit in the little box that came with the violin. So let's try dug this out. See if this will be the violin and stuff box. Oh, that's kind of cool. I didn't realize it had chambers in it. Oh. Good enough. Imagine this cable is terrible, but never know. We might get to needing it enough. Now I'm kind of left thinking this would be a pretty cool thing to put my Kramer stuff in, but oh well. If I find another place to violin stuff, then I can use that for Kramer stuff. There we go. These are going to come in handy in a bit. Now it's time for a little unboxing. See what we got. Now these, I already opened it so I know what's in here, are some lovely new vinyl stickers. Looks like nothing there, but great time to get something in my eye. A bit of overlapping tape there. How do I cut through the tape and not cut through the tape? I don't know. Try that again. All right. So, regular size. Oh, nice. Special size. Okay. Regular size. Special size. So I got this guitar when I put Kramer Bretta Special on their neck on here. It was repaired headstock. It was pink. I decided to I had some dye. I decided to use that to just dye the headstock and then clear coat it. But I was using water-based stuff, and I used a water slide decal. And when I put the water-based stuff on top of it, the clear coat, the decal went to crap. So I got the vinyl version, which is basically a sticker. Took off the other, put the vinyl one on there. Well, the other one I had lined up perfect. But this one, when I went to put it on, it like slipped and it got this goofy angle, which makes it look like a really bad fake. Which it's a real Kramer and a real Kramer neck, so it deserved better. I got the original sticker for from a guy on eBay. He said he didn't mind me sharing details on that, so I will, because he has been quite helpful. Yeah, Studio Las Snoobs. Las Snoobs. I don't know. I think of him as Snoobs. They're his pages. Yeah, he'll make some stickers. He can do custom stickers. He's got some other stuff. Pretty cool. And he works with you. Boop. In my case, I screwed up that. But I wanted to ask him because on my 84 it's got a gold logo. And I don't, gold on red. So I wanted white. But the logo is bigger on there than what his regular size was. So I asked him if he could make it a little bit bigger, so he did the size and stuff. That's what these specials are. I told him about my screwing up his stickers before, and he kindly included an extra pair of stickers to replace the ones I had screwed up myself, which was totally my fault. But that just shows the nice kind of guy he is. And it makes me thinking about asking him if he can do another sticker for me, because I have a black Kramer, and at some point it dawned on me that, you know, it reminded me of an 8-ball, and so I decided I'll put an 8 on there. I found a kind of stylized 8-ball sticker, but when I got it, it was really too big. You know, to have the 8 where I wanted it. So I need like that white part, but smaller. Might see if he can do that for me, because that would be pretty awesome. But I have to find it first. Not sure where it is after the move. Let's see. Now from Sweetwater, what do we got? We got some candy. More root beer. I had several orders from them in a row. Didn't have any candy. I thought they weren't doing it anymore. But then the candy started rolling in, and I was a happy guy. It's always just a little bit of extra fun. Nobody else sends me candy. Alright. Be everything. Happy Gear Day. So I got a couple of pick clips. Stick them on back of your headstock or wherever. On my Ouija guitar that I've been using since I was 16, I had a spot cut out below the bridge. I stick the pick clip in there and just very convenient. And I'm going to take off the little Allen wrenches because they're kind of they're cool in concept, but the screws that you hold them in with tend to be like, I had these pliers to get them tight enough to hold the wrenches, which negates the point of them being thumb screws. And then I tend to have a kit of tools anyway. I'd rather be able to get another pick quick, and another pick, and another pick, and another pick while I'm playing than worry about Allen wrenches being, right there. Probably gonna have a case or a gig bag or something, and you can just have your Allen wrenches in that. I'm gonna figure out what to do with that. So I appreciate getting the wrenches, but I don't really need them at the ready every second. And now, get down to this, which is an authentic Floyd Rose Tremolo replacement parts. Brass spring claw. I like brass stuff. It kind of gives a little bit of a growl to the guitar. Oh, and I already got these earlier in the week. Those will go in the pick clip. Wow. And something I really need to do is work with the height on my Floyd Rose a bit. All right. This one is just at 4/64. get up a text document. Right. Looking at my relief figures and action. Okay. New document. Call this Framer 84. Set up settings. I don't know, itchy. Set settings. What's the date? 4/23. 25. This is going to take me a couple of, well, maybe a couple of minutes extra. But it's a really good idea before you do any work on your guitar or change any setup settings to measure what it is before you do anything. That way, if you make a change, for whatever reason, something doesn't come out the way you like it or expected, you want to have a way to get back. Or sometime down the road, you go like, well, you know, I like this, but I kind of like to try the original settings again. I have this original settings. Getting them can be a bit of a job. When I got this, there was some gunk down in there, and I needed to take off the neck to get it out. Just leftover stuff from the manufacturing process. Plus, I needed to check and see if the truss rod was really working, because it didn't feel like there was anything there. I put it back on, and the guitar didn't play the same. Action was too high. This was one of the best guitars, if not the best guitar I've ever played, as far as feel and everything, just being perfect. And just taking the neck off and putting it right back had somehow screwed it up. Luckily, Sweetwater saved my butt by sending what they believe the right specs to be. And I put it back to that. But as I'm going to make some changes, I want to know where it's at right now because it's very good right now. Alright, start with action. So high E to low E. E. 3/4. Let's see. E, A, D, G, B, E. Oop. That. Alright, let's set up. Neck. Relief. Oop. Hot. When you're going to do precise measurements on the guitar, like it's one thing to kind of get it in the ballpark, and you can do that on the bench. But if you want to know exactly what that is, or you want to make sure and get it set at a particular point, you need to have it in playing position. So that's pretty close to concert pitch on the E. Not even touching the neck. If I touched the neck, like held it up by the neck, it would probably make it even worse. Pretty far off of what it is compared to here. Yeah. Since I want the precise measurements, I need to have it in playing position. batteries ain't cutting it. These things are awesome for working on guitars or any sort of project like this, but they burn through batteries. So if you get some, I recommend getting like an 8-pack of rechargeables. I was burning through batteries pretty quick before I got rechargeables. There we go. Now I can see. So that's I think this probably needs to come up a little bit on this side anyway. Sure, Floyd Bros nuts. A lot of times you've got a set radius that doesn't exactly match what the radius of this is. I'm just kind of verifying where things are. So this is at pretty much 4 right now, which is supposed to be more like 5 on this side. Yeah. Okay. Now I thought I had this at 4/64 and 5/64. Apparently it wasn't quite up to 5 on this side. It's about 1/64 on the first fret, the bottom of the string from the top of the first fret, and a little over that on the low E. P 5, 7, 8. Their suggestion is 10 thousandths to 12 thousandths. Some people go off of the fret where you're going along with where you're meeting the body, generally like 15th, 16th fret, somewhere in there. Some people go off of there with the lowest fret. Some people measure off the 7th. That's weird. Oh, not holding the right string. That's where this sucker likes to wind up and get a little weird. That was the 10. I'm going to check with the 12 and see what we got. So somehow this one's up a bit. It's the wrong damn way. Isn't it? No, that's the right way. Oh, you ever doing something and realize you're an idiot? Okay. So if you didn't catch what I was screwing up on there, I was checking relief, which is the distance. Then you got the capo on the first fret, and you're here or here. Distance between the bottom of the string and your 7th or 8th fret. But you adjust that with the truss rod. Not this. I want to get back to around 10 thousandths. As my disclaimer says, I am not a luthier. that I have been doing this a long time. And I can get it right, but I can also screw up. Now on this particular guitar, you can feel like you're not doing anything, but it's actually turning. And then after a while, it might feel like it's... Oh, there we go. Gonna maybe slip. That's just a really weird feel. Doesn't really feel like the truss rod in any other guitar that I've had. Alright. And it tends to bind up. I just feel it kind of pop in there. Damn it. I think there's a quarter turn of play in this thing. Okay, that seemed just right. It's just a little bit more turned. It was almost laying on the fret. It's like doing nothing, doing nothing, doing nothing. Oh, too much. This side, I'll just give it a little. Strings are buzzing. Maybe. Seems like the relief is a little higher on this end, or this side, than this side, which is exactly the opposite of how you'd like it. Springs make a little noise, and makes a sound almost like a little bit of string rattle when you're on the top fret. And it can't be rattling the frets, so not too worried if it gets down to there. Just made some adjustments, so can't really expect it to be in tune anymore. So let's fix that. Alright, we need to shim this puppy a little bit. Check these. Alas, my tremolo is not level, and we need to start with it level. Actually, maybe I should go ahead and do the spring claw first, eh? I'm going to have to be doing adjustments on there anyway. Oh shit, where's my... Turned on my soldering station. Then realized my soldering iron was not in its little cradle. Where it was supposed to be. Wow. Okay. I don't know how that happened, but problem was solved before too much was done. Smell burning wood. That's always a good start. Okay, let's turn that back on. I gotta go dampen my sponge. Solder sponge. I just realized that I can't see chat. Oh my gosh. Some guy, hello. Sorry, I missed everything. Pay me out. Oil the chair. WD-40. This chair? Sorry guys. Had a document up and couldn't see chat. While the old soldering iron heats up. See how this thing sounds, how it is now. And compare it afterwards to how it sounds with the brass pieces. Talking about like neck shims. Woohoo! Tamales, eh? What kind are they? Order a dozen? You said wedges? Were you talking about like neck shims? Swole Tamale Company, Swole, Louisiana. I love me a good tamale. Swoley. Oh, okay. Last name of an explorer. Cool. All right. Stay up there. Drop my pick. Or the town he is from. Okay. Cool to know. Cool to know. It's about 15.5/16, and this is about 14/16. 14/16 and 15.5/16. So that's very nice. I don't think I have anything handy to block that from falling out. Hopefully it'll stay where it's supposed to be. Nope. Oh well. Check that again. $15, 30 seconds. Help if I actually had some solder handy to put this back on. Nope. It must be over here somewhere, but I don't know where. Oh. Receipt for my guitar. That goes with this stuff. This goes in trash. Where that went? I'll find it later. And I've got some more here. On disparity of string tension. Talking about more on one side than the other. And this thing hot. Soldering iron's cold. Guitar was built. Looks like my soldering station may be dead. I think I'm not quite following you. That seems dead. So we'll have to try another soldering iron. Oops. Not that plug. Are you talking about this guitar? Okay, this one's heating up a bit. Oh, it had some hard, like, wood glue or paste or something. It was down in the truss rod hole. I had to dig it out with a screwdriver. Yeah. It played great. I didn't want to change the settings in. I wanted to put it back the way it was. It seemed like either the screws hadn't been tightened down all the way, or the neck was bound, the truss rod was a bit bound up, because when I tightened it down hard, like I usually do, things were different. But, you know, I've been taking necks off of guitars and putting them back on and stuff since the late 80s. I never had one that just went so far out of whack. With just that. So it was kind of weird. It seemed like the nut was, I mean, not the truss rod nut. This neck seemed to get bound, the truss rod. I had that on a lot of older necks. But like You need to give it like a little bit of a wiggle after adjustments. Necks are set by Luthier. Are you talking about? That sounds like acoustics. Like acoustics, you have neck resets that are, it's like a whole process. That is not for the timid or shy. Generally requires ungluing things. Boy, you wouldn't think there's so much of a difference between a 30-watt iron and a 40-watt iron. This thing doesn't want to melt solder. Come on, baby. Oh. Oh, melt the solder, not my fingers. Urgh. Jesus. My solder station goes between 20 and 40. Ah, that's hot. Real hot. The hell? I guess it didn't like being kinked by that lid. I'd like to get this down here. Jesus, that's hot. Freaking holding on to that heat too. Come on. Melt the solder, don't heat the metal. God damn it. Melt the wire. Heat the wire. There we go. Kramer 84 stock. Okay. I got a spammer in my other. Okay. IE is pretty close to where it's supposed to be. Got it pretty close. Whoa! What?
Sorry. You gonna make dinner or?
Well,
I know you're streaming at the moment.
I'm working on the guitar.
Okay, that's alright.
Time
That's
is
alright, we
6.
can just have leftovers. There's still plenty of leftovers.
I'm actually still pretty full.
Yeah, I was just checking.
It would be better tomorrow night. Alrighty. Kind of wondering, like the growl and the bite from the brass, I wonder if I didn't sacrifice a little sustain there. Hard to tell. Alright, well, now that I've changed the claw, I need to get this level, because it's not. Tip forward on a Floyd is supposed to be parallel with the body. Or really, it's supposed to be parallel with the groove that's in this stud. But if your studs are straight, I mean at a 90-degree angle, then it would be parallel with the body. If you got a flat body. So, yeah. Let's see where we're at right now. Well, so I might as well unlock my nut. about that. I'm gonna find out what it is right here. It may not be as easy as I thought. At any rate, let's tune this up. Alright. Nine 64s and what is that at? 10 64s. That is pretty close. See where we're at here. Hello? I can. Do you know what you want? Do you want to come in here and figure it out? Said Japanese. Are you talking about sushi? Okay. Alright, I'll call her. Maybe sushi. I think I may have to put this back. Call my sister.
Hello.
Hello. You said Japanese. Did you mean sushi?
Yeah, or whatever you want.
I always wanted your motto roll with that. Huh?
Yeah, I figured you guys could put in an order online or whatever.
Alright. Are you getting the M16 from up here or something?
Yeah, I'm on my way there right now since I'm leaving the high school. And then by the time you get your order in, it'll be time to go down and pick it up.
Okay. Huh?
So I was thinking of getting an order of udon now as well. So if you could throw me on a beef udon,
Beef udon.
greatly appreciate it.
Alrighty. Can I get some French onion soup?
Yep.
Alrighty. Anything else you want, like side orders or anything?
Just whatever you guys want. Like, if there's anything that looks particularly tasty. But I'm gonna be full with what I get, so.
Alrighty. Okay, I'll get Gypsy up here and we'll figure something out.
Alright. See you later. Let me
Later,
know when
Gator.
it's ordered.
Alright, I'll call you, I guess.
Alright, see ya. Bye.
Bye-bye. Make sure I'm on the right string. B is rather resonant, isn't it? Alright, I'm gonna have to sit this down for a minute and make a sushi order. I'll be back. It was all in the name of liberty. All in the name of liberty. I got to be free. Did I just hear Leroy Jenkins? Hey, Tex. Let me see. Get this out of the way for a second. Oh, thanks for banning that evil sucker. And how you doing? Hopefully good. Hopefully good. Ninja sushi. Couldn't find sushi. Poop. Oh. Maybe I don't have an account. Sushi. I think it's Ninja Sushi. Yeah. Yeah. Extra spicy mayo, extra eel sauce, Japanese spring roll, Philadelphia roll. Most of the stuff's right here. Beef udon. And oh hell yeah, tempura fucking A. Super crunchy roll. Get that. And that. Fucking A. Okay. So that should be all of that. Didn't say nothing. He said, Texas is a quiet man. Am I still streaming on YouTube? Everything seems to have gone quiet over there. Looks like it. Okay, so don't want anybody to see my number. They might steal my sushi. Shoot. Verified. Okay, check out. Okay, so it's gonna be I think $52. Oh, I have to put my email in just a second. Okay, it says select payment. You want to pay in store, or
Huh?
you want to just pay in store?
Yeah.
All right. Order is $57.94.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot the French onion soup, but I'm not worried about it. All right.
Okay.
Pending. Send you the message, estimated pickup time and number.
I will head that way.
And I will send you the confirmation email. I guess.
Okay.
Maybe. If they ever send it to me. But it's under Chris. Oh, it's order 29, I guess.
Order 29? Okay. Under Chris. Got it. They usually just ask me for my name.
Okay. Chris Schaefer. Alright.
About 30-ish.
Alright. Bye-bye. People have been replying to me. Oh, somebody wrote me a really long thing. I'll have to read it later. Alright, so back to the guitar work. Why have they not sent me my confirmation? You better make my sushi. Love the Yamoto roll. It's sushi, but then it's been deep fried. It's kind of crunchy on the outside. It's good. Good stuff. Where's my email? Okay. Okay, so since this is a full floater tremolo, it's always a bit of a balancing act. Whenever you change anything with tension. And wasn't too worried about if it was a little bit tilted, but since I'm getting ready to shim the saddles, I need everything to be as exact as possible before I make the changes. So I'm taking some extra time here, trying to get that right. Let's see where we were. Once you get it right, it should stay till pretty much until you change the strings again. Decide if that's 9/64 or 10/64. Everything is shiny metal with shadows and black lines. It's kind of hard to tell. Okay. Seems level on this side, but I have to check the other side. It looks pretty level over here. Have to make sure there's no tension on the bar or anything. 1, 2, 3. It's like 4.5 64s. 4 64s. So, treble side needs to be just a teeny bit tighter. Then I'll have to readjust the tuning again. Because tightening and loosening things down here makes these tighter or looser. So that's made my pitch go a little bit up. Probably should have checked my tuning before I adjusted anything. Definitely should have. But I thought I had it pretty much tuned. This can take a while, but once you get it locked down, it should stay there if you do it right. forward to my sister. Now she's got the order number and the ETA. Alright. It's fully rebalanced. Check both sides again because there's a lot of work there. Nine 64ths, a little under 9/64ths. Little under 9/64ths. And then it to go. Ever so slightly. Did that go up that much? God damn it. These adjustments are so small I could probably lock the nut. Probably should lock the nut. So, that is all set right. Let's see what relief is in case anything changed. Just to verify. I think I might go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and lock the nut. Hopefully it doesn't move anything too much. What is that? Funny how a person can keep dodging questions. Why do I keep touching that nut? So yeah, isn't tuned perfect. Except my tremolo should not be higher on this side than that side. It's good front to back, but not side to side. Now let me check this again. Three, 5, 7, 8. A little over 10,000. But there is definitely a slight amount more clearance on the treble side, which is a little annoying. This doesn't have anything to do with the bridge because I've readied the notes up here. So it's between the first fret, which has the capo, and whether I put it here or here. So I'm trying to decide if I should be reducing the relief, increasing the relief a little. Or leaving it where it's at. Because it's really a little too low on this side, but it's a little too high on that side. How'd that happen? Before you do any retuning, it's good to end a bit flat. End flat by giving it a dip. Because there's always going to be a possibility of a little tension and difference. But think about, like, if you end sharp by pulling back, then this is going to change as soon as you pull a string. I don't know if you can see it or not, but just it moves the bridge. So doing this is kind of the same as giving a bend on the strings. So this is going to be your default state. So I wonder why it sounded a little bit, or why it was wanting me to tune it up a little. Because I should have relaxed the neck a little. Should have made everything go a little flat. Which it did. It's got a false reading. could hear that brass growl off of that G. It was like, "Arr!" That was enough of a difference across the board. I probably should have unlocked it. Seem to have given it a little bit more low end growl. Little clearance must have helped. Little clearance, Clarence. We're at 4 and 3. I don't know if I got enough shims. This is like 9/64ths. This is 4/64ths. So I need to move about 5/64ths. 2 shims is 1/64th. So I need 5 or 6 for one of these. At least that's what it seems like. Oh, I'm going to do this little mod before I get too deep in other things or have to call it off. I may have to save the shimming for another episode. We'll see. All right. Don't know if you'll be able to see much of this. Oh yeah, maybe. All right. You put these in with the paperwork that came with the guitar. So I'll have them. Oh my. Take those screws back out. That screw, when it's there, just pokes right through the bag. So we'll take that out. Put it in there. There we go. All safe again. These have little protective pieces of stuff on them. That was so shiny. Alright. Where'd my thingy bop go? I think right there. Get that off of there. Damn it. Flew apart. So about there. Come on out, picks. He's still better than my last batch. Think you can fit 6 in there? And reach up and flick. He pick. I don't know where it goes. Eric from Sweetwater. Trying to see what I needed, but I've already had my questions answered. Alright. So that's done. Now it's back to this. Let's see what we've got in the way of. He messaged me to say sorry the text messaging system's been down. I said no problem, it's already been taken care of. And it's like, can't reach sender. So yeah, I guess it's still having problems. I actually got a little bit of a problem because if I lower it, huh? Food time? I guess it's food time. Now let me just check real quick and see if it looks like I'm even going to be able to do this with these things. Hey, just have to order more thicker ones. And there's a little bit of a problem in that this side is so low. If I lower this side to be the same, this is going to be pretty much resting on the deck. I won't really be able to pull it back anymore. So, kind of need to countersink that before I can. Okay, all the ones that I have are 3/64 total. And I need to take that down about 4/64. The next one will have to be not sure. I'm going to need to figure out another source for shims. Maybe get some thicker brass and And I've got some brass, but it's like super thin stuff. It to be more like a about a 64th. Alright, so I'm going to put these away before I get a chance to lose them. I could raise the heck out of the neck, but I don't really want to. Change the angle. That wouldn't make my day. So I'm going to be saying goodnight. Oh. It's time to call it a day. Headlight. I already took it off. Rock and roll pick toss. Alright, so take care, have fun. Not going to be able to do that without some more brass or shims of some sort. I'm not going to do a countersink until I'm better with a router. And so maybe I'll do dialing in the amp next time or something. Anyway, take care, have fun. See you next time.